Express Sport reporter Matthew Dunn discusses the latest Premier League talking points. In an advert for Putting Your Feet Up this Christmas, Harry Kane's were up so high they should not have touched a football pitch again until January if the officials had done the job properly. Instead, it is Manchester City who can relax going into Christmas after cruising through a weekend which saw their closest rivals stutter. Armband of brothers, Gary Lineker was never booked. Brian Robson, in his Middlesbrough days, arrived so late with some tackles he was still wearing a United shirt. And Wayne Rooney's famous F-word rant at Graham Poll without censure was a sure sign that one day he too would earn the protection that comes from the England captain's armband. Harry Kane's challenge on Andy Robertson was a straight red, pure and simple. Paul Tierney should have seen that on the pitch. If not, Chris Kavanagh should have told him to have another look from the VAR booth. On his podcast, Peter Crouch credited another England captain, John Terry, with pioneering calling referees by their first names to cozy up to them, and the only conclusion it is possible to reach from White Hart Lane is that the officials were just a little bit star-struck. Liverpool had won their last 11 games without Virgil van Dijk, suggesting they had finally come to terms with an absence that cost them so dear this time last year. Not so, against Harry Kane and Heung-min Son, one of the most able strike forces in the Premier League, and revitalized, it seems, by Antonio Conte's energy. Joel Matip and Ibrahima Konate looked off the pace. Tottenham could have been 4 ahead by the time Liverpool equalised, and with Kane, Son and Ali pulling the trigger, usually you would expect it to be game over. Ibrahima Konate was eventually signed to fill the chasm that appeared when Van Dijk was injured in October, but he still has some growing to do in the Premier League before he can plug the gap completely.